light skin. So
Oh, this is a jack. I'm jacking your video. Yeah, it's my video now.
Yeah, you're a thug with all those flowers and hearts on
Yeah,
you.
that's right. Hey, real thugs hug. Hug life.
So,
I like your hair.
thank you. I didn't mean to do it. I mean, I meant to put it in braids, but I didn't mean for it to look like this after. I
Hey.
won't turn because it hurt my arm. Or you want to hold it? Oh, you're so sweet.
I'm not high. I'm tired and my head hurts.
So, I met with my mom today, or we met with my mom today. And I think it went well. I mean, what do I say? Am I going into detail here?
Hey, this is you.
Well, she came, and it was a lot of small talk at first.
Yeah, wasn't that weird? It's like, oh yeah, what's going on? Yeah, I'm working hard.
So, but it went well. We talked about, we just, put everything out on the table, and we discovered something that and by we I mean my husband and I, hadn't considered. We were just talking about how everything went down, and a big thing that came up when the initial argument or disagreement happened was her having a problem with like when we would make statuses and say like, oh, we've been together for 8 years and we've been so happy. And for us, it's like, I know you don't like the way it started, but that's us. We started 8 years ago, so we're going to celebrate it all. And we never considered, what she brought up today was the reason she has such a hard time with it is while we celebrate, the time we were together, and it's kind of like get on board or get out the way. In her eyes, it's kind of a slap in the face, because she felt like during that time we were kind of, and I say we, but I think it was more so towards my husband, and she felt like, he was older than me. He was a grown man, and for her, it's a slap in the face because she took it as a saying like, yeah, I know that I snuck around with your daughter, and went against your direct orders, don't do that. No, this is not okay. But oh well, this is what we did. We're gonna celebrate it, and we never considered that. That it made her feel that way, and it was kind of eye opening. And in the midst of talking about that, and just bringing up other stuff, she was realizing things like, hey, I never really thought about this until now, but I guess I also feel this way, and I've also had a problem with this. So we were able to really sit down and take the time, and everything that came to mind, lay it on the table and talk about it. And even
like everything.
Yeah.
Like there was stuff that I didn't even. I don't want to say I was harboring, but there were things that I had always felt a certain way about, and I was like, I'll probably never get answers to this. We'll just let it go. So it was nice to get it all out there. It was real nice.
It was. And, I don't want to say that I found some feelings I didn't know I had. I mean, I was pretty much, kind of, I appreciated being able to hear her put everything on the table on my husband. I didn't really have anything where it's just like, oh yeah, and me too, and Steven. It's like,
Steven!
I've been thinking about this thing. I mean, because what I felt, I pretty much said in the initial disagreement, but I really liked that I was able to hear her out and discover some things that we hadn't considered, and for my husband to be able to get some things answered for questions that he had, like I know he made a video before where he like sent her a message and he was like, you know, being sweet and offering his help, and she never responded. And he was able to get that answer today and like, hey, honestly, really hurt my feelings, you know. So, you know, it's unfair to say, oh, we're 100% now, but I think it's fair to say that we're 90, you know. I'm not, and when I say we're not 100%, it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm still upset about something. I mean, we're good. You know, we're as good as we're going to be right now. And, you know, I said it before, and I definitely meant it, that I wasn't willing to compromise anything, the way I feel, the way I do things. And I didn't do that at all. I didn't compromise anything. But what I did get was I was able to get her perspective and understand where she was coming from. And I think
I didn't feel compromised at all. I felt more like she came around to our way of thinking.
Yeah, pretty much. And while she came away to our way of thinking, we were also able to see things from her point of view and really be able to step back and say, wow, I'm sorry we never looked at it that way. Another thing we brought up was when we first got married and right before we got married, as a family, we sat down and we hashed out whatever issues we had prior to that, you know, whether it was things from my past, things from his past, things from our past together, any issues we had, we talked it out and let it go before we got married. And shortly after we got married, if there was anything there, you know, we dealt with it within that first year, but we didn't extend that to my mother. And I think that's something that was needed, but she made a good point that she probably wouldn't have been willing at the time. And honestly, we were fresh in our marriage and we weren't thinking about, hey, let's think about what other people think of this. We were like, no, this is what we're doing. Like, we waited years for this. Why do we care what you think? And that was unfair of us, you know. But better late than never. So it's like we've done it now, and I think we're in a better place now. And yeah, and I was also happy to hear that, you know, just her in general, she's doing much better. You know, it's like this stuff with her and her husband, it's been chaotic, and she has made so many huge steps, you know. And while she's not like, yeah, I'm ready for a divorce, you know, she's a lot further than she was. It was a time where she was like, you know, no, I won't do that. You know, I'll never leave him. And now she's honestly just like, yeah, it honestly depends on how I feel today. And, you know, that's a big deal for my mom. Anybody who knows my mom, that's a huge deal. And she seems like she's in a good place, you know, and I'm happy for her. And I'm happy that we were able to resolve this. I knew, I never thought that, oh, I'll never go without talking to my mom again. I knew she would contact me eventually.
I think we even said it in the video. It's like, we'll have this wrapped up by Thanksgiving. There's no way, like, we're going to pass by the major holidays and not sort this out. But it was important to me that concessions could be made, but I wasn't going to just, okay, well, you're the mom and we were wrong. You had it right and we were the idiots. Sorry about that. It was very important to me that we were very clear, like, look, we appreciate your opinion. We'll always listen to your opinion, but it doesn't always gonna influence a change. Mm-hmm. Like, we heard what you had to say. We've incorporated it. Noted. Let's move forward.
Yeah. So
finally took that picture down. Finally, it was just like I've been real spiteful about that profile picture.
I honestly didn't care that much, but he's very stubborn. Honestly, I wouldn't have cared either way, but you know, that's his Facebook. What he wants to do is fine. To me, it was just it wasn't about the picture. It was about a lot of other things, but he wanted to make a point, and he made his point. You know, whatever.
Yeah, I feel good about that, and. She made it a point to say that it was never about, oh, I'm not upset with your marriage. It was about this picture, but that picture was the catalyst for this conversation, which is what we needed, and we had it, and I feel good about it, and I feel like we're better than we were prior. Mm-hmm. You know, I think she's a little more open and a lot more receptive to who we are, not just me, just but us as a couple and how we do things. She now can fully. It's like I'm not controlling you. I'm not making you do this, and I think she gets it now. And I'm sure every now and then she's gonna pop up on Facebook, and I'm gonna say something about 8 years, and it's gonna strike a nerve. But now she realizes that it's not just like, ah, yeah, fuck you, we're doing this. That it wasn't meant to be a slap in the face. It's more a celebration of what we do, and she gets that now. I think.
I'm sorry, you want me to hold this now?
Yeah, my hand is getting tired.
Sorry.
It's been 10 minutes. A whole 10
I feel
minutes.
so bad. I made you hold my camera for 10 minutes.
It's okay.
Ooh, that sexy chest. Oh, yeah.
I got gray hair in my chest. Oh my god.
I like
I'm
it.
getting old.
Very distinguished.
Distinguished? What am I, Morgan Freeman?
No, you don't have moles all over it. You do have these cute little moles here.
Oh god.
So good. So good.
So yeah, we sorted a lot of stuff out, and I don't think I said it to you yet. I'm glad that she admitted. She was just like, yeah, some of the things I said, they were just mean. I just said them to be mean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool.
I'm sorry, this is completely off subject. I've been holding this now from you for like, what, a minute and 30 seconds. My hand is already tired. I feel so bad I had you holding this for 10 minutes. She loved me.
I do. I love you.
So I'm going to cut this off now just because we're at 12 minutes almost, and this is probably going to be uploading all night because our internet is crap. So,
Yeah.